In example 1, our aim is to find the unknown side called x. You can see the diagram here, and what we need to do initially is identify which trig ratio we're going to use. Is it sine, cosine or tangent? The initials written in capital letters help us find out which trig ratio to use. It could be sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, or it could be tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. The first thing we need to do is to find the angle. In this case it's 30 degrees. Now the x is opposite the 30 degrees. We can see the x there in green, so that's directly opposite the 30 degree angle, and that's called the opposite side. The 5 meters is adjacent to the 30 degree angle, so we call that the adjacent side. Of course, adjacent means next to, and there is another side which is adjacent to the 30 degree angle, but that largest side, which is sloping in a diagonal manner, is called the hypotenuse, and that's called the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. So in summary, tan is the trig ratio that we're going to use. We can see that in the capital letters in the abbreviation SOHCAHTOA. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So tan of the angle is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. In this case, the angle's 30 degrees, the opposite side is x, and the adjacent side is 5 meters. To determine the x value, we need to remove the 5 so that x is by itself. So the opposite of divide by 5 is to multiply by 5. So we do the same to the left-hand side, and that becomes 5 tan 30. And on the right-hand side, dividing by 5 and then multiplying by 5 removes it, so we're left with just the x. Now when you go on your calculator and find 5 multiplied by tan 30, you should end up with the answer to 2 decimal places of 2.89. As with all answers, check the units. In this case, it's meters.